In this video, I'm going to show you a better way how you can create your own RDTE ETF from your own house, not from Round Hill, collect even more income. Let's get started. Open your Tasty Trade account. I got my sticky note in here. I have the price of RDTE right now that you have collected if you just held 100 shares of RDTE. I'm going to show you a better way to collect more and pay less. You collected 25 cents, 31, 34, 26. Total monthly income, okay, is this amount, $1.16. So if you have 100 shares of RDTE, you need to put, first of all, $4,296 on the line, and your income for that 100 shares of RDTE will be $116 per month, divided by 4, give or take a day or two, 28 days. You get my point. But as of now, for every $4,300 that you put on the line, you should collect $116. I'm not talking net erosion, not talking any of that. Those are the numbers. Let me show you a better way so you can create your own RDTE ETF fund from your own house, not from Round Hill. Do not pay the expense ratio. What do? I am here. Let's go back here. I search for IWM. Okay, IWM, iShare Russell 2000 ETF. Now I'm doing something different. There's a lot of strategies to get into the money. It doesn't matter if you do 0 DTE, covered calls. If the money is better, the risk is lower, the buying power is lower. No, money is money. You make your choice. I've searched for IWM. Okay, what I'm doing in here, I'm doing a Jade Lizard strategy. What's a Jade Lizard strategy? I'm selling one naked put so far out of the money. Okay, that's on the put side, and on the call side, I'm doing a spread. So there is no upside risk. So if the IWM, the Russell 2000 jumps to like $300, which is like 3,000 on the Russell itself, the Russell 2000 is like the mini version IWM, there is no loss to the upside. There's only risk to the downside, but the downside is going to be so far away from the money that if I might get assigned, okay, I might do the covered call and see and still collect the income. So what do we have? This is the indicators that I use. Most important one to me is the ATR, average true range, right here. I see a price of $3.34. That is the average price that the Russell 2000, okay, divided by 10. The Russell 2000, the IWM, for this example, moved in the last 14 days on average up or down $3, which is 30 points on the Russell itself. I'm going to take this number, okay, 3.34, and I'm going to multiply this by 8. Why 8? Because I want to go so far out of the money. I want to go so far out of the money to know that if the price goes there, yeah, I'll be a buyer. But if it doesn't, I want to collect more monthly income than what the RDTE ETF pays me just by holding the Round Hill ETF, okay? So times 8, I got a price of $26.72. This is so extreme. Again, the ATR tells you the average move of the Russell, the IWM, in the last 14 days. That's just one ATR. 2 ATR is double that. I went ahead and went 8 ATR. So far to the extreme that if it does go there, great. Other things to consider. I always try to aim for selling options when it's over 50. Now it's 51. It's like a basic rule, general rule for me. The IVR in here, that's the indicator. If it's over 50, that's a good sign to me to sell options because the premium is more expensive. Another one for this squeeze, it's not a TTM squeeze, it's a different version of it. But as long as it's in the green, it means that the Russell doesn't go anywhere. Theoretically should not go anywhere, and basically if it doesn't go anywhere, we will collect the money because the stock, the ETF, will not go anywhere. We will collect the premium, and this is 8 times the Kettler channel. Also extreme. Instead of 2, I changed the settings to 8, As long as we're in the blue, we are trading in a range. And you see the extreme is like 250, 246 on one side and 190 on the other side. Again, think of the Russell as 1,900 on the extreme low and 2,500 almost at the extreme high. And you want to be an option seller in the middle and an option buyer at those extreme. So now that I have those indicator, my goal is to beat the numbers that we have right here. This is all the stuff that I sell every day, but let's just focus on this one. My goal is to beat $116 per month. That's and if I get a bonus of paying less to have 100 shares, which is one contract, yeah, I'm a happy camper. So let's try and beat our goal. We're gonna click on trade right here. I already set it up for you. Let me show you what I mean. I went to the option chain. Okay, you click on trade on Tasty Trade. You cannot do this on Robinhood because they will ask you for cash secured puts and they will ask you for insane amount of collateral to execute this trade for the same amount of money. So what do I have? I have picked, let me show you, in the IWM, I've picked 31 days to expiration. Sure, it's not weekly, it's not the same, it's a different strategy with the goal to generate even more income than what you could have got with just buy and hold RDTE from Roundhill ETF. Click on 31 days, and now remember the number that we got. Remember the 2672. Now we are at 221.57. So let's do 221.57 minus 26, give or take whatever it was, and I have a number of 195 on one side. Okay, remember that 195 on one side and 221 plus 26 and 247 on the other side. So it's about rough numbers. This is the range that I have for this trade to make even more money than just buy and hold RDTE. 195 to 250. I'm gonna do 200 and 250 as the range, and then I'm gonna do a Jade Lizard so I will not lose on the upside. Let me show you how it works. So I'm gonna go, we are here at around 221 in the money, you see here, and the brown line represent the supposedly expected move of the IWM to go in the next 31 days. I'm gonna scroll all the way down. I'm looking at the put right now. Looking at the put, let's click again, and I'm gonna scroll all the way, and you see the expected move supposed to end around 208, 209. I'm gonna go even more extreme. Remember, we got 195 right here, so I'm just gonna pick 200 as a round number. I'm gonna click on this one on the bid sell because I am selling this one 8 times the expected AVR, average true range move, 8 times this. So extreme. And so on this side is 200. Remember, we are 221. That's more than 10% drop in 30 days. 1000 index. Can it happen? Of course. But we're going on the other side from 220. Remember, we had 246. So we're gonna go to 250, and you see the expected move is supposed to end at 235 right here. And if we're going to the 250, we got ourselves, let me see what we got ourselves, not a lot of open interest. I'm just gonna go to 240, and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing next. This is a pure short strangle, which I don't like. As of now, my income is already beating the RDTE ETF from Roundhill. $247 income in 30 days. Check. Remember, we need to beat 116. We are beating that, but I'm not done. And buying power affected, $3,300, free 23 to execute this trade. And here you need 4,300. That's $1,000 less in buying power to execute this trade and get more than double the income. But I'm not done. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna change this to 239, okay? And I'm gonna click buy on this call on the 240. Why I've done this? Have you noticed that this changed to green? Have you noticed this changed to green? Let me show you. This is a loss. All this is a loss. And if I click buy, there's infinite no loss to the upside. There's no risk to the upside, and this is the trade. Let's go over the trade. I've done a pure Jade Lizard, pure Jade Lizard on the IWM, which is like a mini version of the Russell 2000. Let's see how I've done. Let's see this trade. I am selling. Let's start again. I'm selling on one side, 31 days to expiration, December 6th, okay? I'm selling the naked put, the 200 naked put, that if the Russell 2000 goes to like 190 or something, 1900, yeah, I'll be happy to own 100 shares, and at that point you would need money in your account to do that, and then just do covered calls. You would need about $19,000. That's a different story, if and when it happens. I'm selling $200 naked puts, and on the other side I'm selling the 239 naked puts, but I'm also buying the 240 to make a Jade Lizard. What does the Jade Lizard do? It means that you do not have a loss on the upside. What do I get for this trade? I'm collecting $129. This is the income. This is the income. So let's write it down. Let's do our own RDTE ETF. Okay, we are collecting $130 income, much better than 116, and we're doing one contract only. You can do 10, you can do whatever that you want, and the buying power to do this one contract is 3,084. Okay, money you need 3,084. Isn't this better? 3,084 compared to 4,300. Income $130 compared to $116 income. Okay, so that's what we got. And now let me show you the trade itself, all the numbers. You got POP right here. There's a 90% chance probability of profit that this option will expire worthless. It does expire worthless if the Russell 2000 or the IWM is traded between $200 and $239. This is the range. This is where you want it to be. Right now it's 221, 10% either way, up or down. If it does break 240, you are not making 130, assuming you haven't closed and you kept the trade till the last day. You will make $30 only, because this minus this is $100, but you are getting a credit of 130. So instead of getting a max loss, if this the Russell, this is the protection. If Russell goes to like $3,000 or something, then instead of losing insane amount of money, you're making $30. But your goal is not to make $30. Your goal is for the IWM to trade nowhere and not go 10% either way in 30 days, and then you can collect more than the RDTE. Now that's the trade itself. There's a theta decay every day, $6.49. Every day this option will lose about $6.50 from its value. Delta 10, max profit, this is your income right now, 129. You tell me what is better. Would you rather just buy RDTE and collect income of 116 for 4,300, or do this trade, collect 130 and have $3,000 in buying power for the same 100 shares? The money is a little better, the buying power is much better. It's about 33% less in buying power, which is important. You can use that money to do other trades. Up to you. I want to do like a new series about how to make your own version of Yield Max and Round Hill ETF, so you can make even more money than the traders at those firms, and just show them that, hey, I can do this on my own, make even more. I hope this was valuable. Let's grow this channel. Subscribe. I'll see you next time.